Ghana has been enjoying appreciable economic growth but lacks a comprehensive consumer protection legislation to protect consumers from shark service providers who ordinarily take advantage of them. The lack of a consolidated consumer protection law is often to be blamed on defective national trade policies coupled with the absence of a political will by successive governments, including the incumbent, who has made no effort to pass the bill. The bill was first drafted in 2005 and subsequently laid before Cabinet in 2007 after the Ministry of Trade and Industry under then Kufuor-led administration, together with PricewaterhouseCoopers, Consumers Association of Ghana, formed a consortium to work out a policy to drive the implementation of the bill. The bill has since not seen the light of day. President of the Consumer Advocacy Center, Professor Goski Alabi, believes trade and commerce will continue to suffer adversely, including consumers, should passage of the Consumer Protection Law delay any further.
Can a consumer protection law protect the consumers' safety? Because consumer safety is one of the 7 key elements that are supposed to be enshrined in the Consumer Protection Law. So, as far as safety and health are concerned, we cannot separate them from productivity and economic gain.
The seeming absence of a proper legal framework to fully implement the consumer protection policy opens up the vulnerable to a host of hazards, including the sale of expired goods, the lack of refunds, and even the sale of fake goods. Now, women and children who are most vulnerable in our society have no option than to continue to count their losses anytime they find themselves in such bad business deals. For now, consumers are treated shabbily as many retailers have instituted a goods once sold are not refundable policy to cheat consumers.
I tell you, there's nothing I can do. The money is gone to the bank because at the end of the day, we take the money to the bank. We don't leave the money in the shops.
Me to me, man, on the secano, because you're returning and back.
And consumers are unhappy about this.
Also, when you this kind of money, they are doing obese sama. It is a main peculiar 7 Sunday Madia, continue boy.
Before I entered, I didn't know that was the rules or behind the 6. So after I bought it and I realized that this what have been written on it.
According to Goski Alabi, who was part of the special committee that put together the draft bill, they spent $50,000 on it, and yet the country does not have a law to protect consumers.
We're pushing very hard that Ghana would have a law and that they would subsequently have an institution that would protect the rights of consumers in Ghana. However, there was a change in government in 2009, and we saw that this very important subject was relegated to the background.
At the moment, Country Director of CATS International, Apia Kusi Edumako, is leading a charge to get 20,000 signatories to petition the President to see to a speedy passage of the bill.
We initiated a petition to get 20,000 signatories. Currently, we are still under, we need about 8,000 more signatories to be able to meet the 20,000 mark. Then we can engage with the AG's office, the Ministry of Trade, and the Office of the President.
Human rights lawyer Dennis Eje Jumo is also advocating for a claims court to adjudicate consumer issues.
If a mason comes to your house, or an organizer, or whoever comes to your house, he takes 500 cedis for you to plaster your house. There's a dispute in terms of the carpenter doing his work. Okay, you the consumer, what can you do? Do you go to court? How much are you going to? You're going to pay money to go and fight over a claim of 100 cedis and 500 cedis? Definitely, you don't waste your time. But if there's a small claims court which is duly recognized by the law, then maybe I can be able, if these institutions who have been mandated, like PURC, MPA, fails in their functions, I can be able to go to the small claims court.
Until a proper legal framework is instituted, the welfare of the consumer as well as trade and commerce will continue to suffer adversely. Joshua Nana Kwame, GH1 News, Accra.